Chris Lyon, Only You Can Save here on the Lettingham GM Revive Drive. I'm Amy Davey. This is CHVN, today's Christian music, and we're speaking with Jeannette Petkau from BC. Jeannette, how are you?
I'm doing well, Amy.
It's so exciting to have you here.
Well, thanks. And Winnipeg, I kind of like Winnipeg, and I come from Steinbach. That's where I was born.
Oh, I thought you were from BC.
Well, I am from BC.
Okay.
I live in BC now, but about 26 years ago, moved to British Columbia.
Okay. Yeah. What made them? Why the move?
My husband, a transfer job and such. So
what does he do?
Well, right now, he's not doing much.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, he is actually retired.
Okay.
That makes him sound really old.
Now, you still actually travel quite a bit, right?
I do, a fair bit. I don't know. Now, maybe not as much as I even used to. But I would love to be busy again like that. So,
where's your favorite place you've ever traveled playing music?
I really like Montreal, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you speak French?
Not really. No. Bonjour. Maybe a few other words, but
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a name like Jeannette too. You'd think,
right?
You know.
Yeah, it's
that's
true.
Okay.
I don't know why my parents ever named me Jeannette, but it's okay. I like it.
That's awesome. So why was Montreal your favorite, do you think?
The historical part of it, you know, it's kind of Victorian kind of or whatever. It's just the buildings and everything. And the food was awesome. I mean, I love Vancouver.
Yeah.
I mean, I absolutely love, my husband and I, we just love to even go there for a weekend and just, you know, spend a weekend there and shop around and look, and why not? Yeah, it's great.
That's cool.
Montreal's awesome too.
Well, we'll talk with Jeannette a little bit more in the next few minutes. And while you're listening to her song Unshakable's coming up just after traffic and weather, go on over to her website for all the dates on where she's going to be around Manitoba. Again, it's JeannettePetkau.com. Her name's spelled Jeannettette, and her last name is Petkau. Here's traffic. Joe Hagen and Ruined for the Ordinary here on CHVN 95.1 FM. You're listening to the Lettingham GM Revive Drive, and we're speaking with Jeannette Petkau, who you heard just before Joe Hagen singing Unshakable. And she's from BC, but she's actually originally from Steinbach, and she's on tour right now in Manitoba. So what's it like coming back to your hometown?
It's changed somewhat. You know, there's people that move in from different parts of the world. And I think there's even people that from the city that move over there just want to get away from the city life kind of thing. But there's quite a few friends and family, and so that's always neat, you know, to visit with them. And
okay, you've been doing music for how many years?
It's over 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know for sure. It could be. Well, you know what? Actually, I have been doing music almost all my life, really, if you come to think about it, but professionally, it's been about 20 some years. But I started to sing as a young child.
Cool.
And, you know, at 9 years old, I had my first solo. Oh, wow. That was an experience.
Did you cry? What happened?
I forgot my words. I cried. I was just nervous. Like, I was just shaky and everything. It was just a blur, really. It was just like, wow, you know, that was not good.
Was it in church or for school? Or
it was like for a Sunday night.
Okay.
So, I think they were kind of testing me, you know,
right?
seeing how I do, and it was like, man,
utter failure.
But I did pick up later on. You know, I went into some younger, like a girls group and stuff like that, and went into choir when I was 13 years old, and from there, you know, kind of branched out into more of duet and solo and all that kind of thing too. So, well,
that's so encouraging that you don't have to be ready for it right away. You can move into it, and I remember I had a solo. It wasn't even that long ago, actually. It was just in university, and it was in French, and I don't know French at all either. And I completely forgot the words in the middle of the song in front of all these my peers. But because it was in French, I just kept making French-sounding sounds. So unless someone knew French, no one actually knew that I wasn't continuing to sing the song.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
I just kept going with it, and I asked my friends after, did you know that like there was a whole section of that song that I was making up, not real words? And they were like, I had no idea. Oh,
yeah,
good.
Exactly. No, I've actually heard, artists that they just they forget a line or something. They start making their own line, and, it's kind of interesting.
Right. And they just say,
I've never done that, actually, but...
not nowadays.
No, for
okay. Sure. Well, we'll hear a little bit more from Jeannette Petkau in the next few minutes. If you'd like to find out where and when she's playing, you can go to her website, JeannettePetkau.com. Her name's spelled Jeannette, and her last name's Petkau. Hey, we're going to be giving away one of her albums in the next few minutes, so stay tuned for that. Phillips, Craig, and Dean with Tell Your Heart to Beat Again here on the Lettingham GM Revive Drive. You're listening to CHVN, today's Christian music, and we're speaking with Jeannette Petkau. She's on tour right now in Manitoba. She'll be in Morden on the 10th and then in Steinbach on the 17th, and you can check out all her tour details on her website, JeannettePetkau.com. So, Jeannette, what have you been up to lately in your music?
Well, right now I'm trying to get this album out and share it with people and share, about my faith. And Unshakable, the last album that I've done here now, which was done actually in Nashville. Mm-hmm. And anyways, it's just the focus of that whole album was that no matter really what you go through in life, all the struggles and pain and everything, that we can actually be unshakable as believers because we have a strength in Christ, right? And so that's really what the album is focused on.
And where did that come from?
Just even doing what I'm doing is difficult.
Right.
And, marriage situations in life and church situations. Or whatever, there's different things that people go through. And, well, of late, this is not even before my album, but I've lost so many, like uncles and aunts and a cousin, through death and things like that. Even my mother, she just actually passed away. What is it now? About 6 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So that was been really tough.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, we can go to God and He will get us through it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's really awesome.
Now, Jeanette's got one of her CDs to give away, so how should we do it?
Which, I didn't say where I was from BC. I don't know.
That's true. You didn't say the town or city. Is she from Vancouver or from elsewhere in BC? If you call in and get the correct answer, free CD for you.
And you'll enjoy it.
So that number to call is 1-877-951-2486. First person to call in gets Jeanette's CD. You're listening to CHVN, today's Christian music. I'm Amy Davey, and this is the Lettingham GM Revive Drive. We've been speaking with Jeannette Petkau. She's on tour currently around Manitoba. All the details of where you can find her in Morden and in Steinbach are on our website, JeannettePetkau.com. Her name's spelled Jeannette, and Petkau's Petkau. Just in the last few minutes, Jeannette, we were talking about how you've been having to go through some struggles, and some of those experiences are reflected on your new album, Unshakable. And what's it like now with some of your relatives you said have been passing away, and you're going through the mire even while you're singing? What's it like then going on tour with this music?
They're life. They're from the heart, man. Just they're real. I just want to share that with other people, mm-hmm. and that if they're going through something like that they can be encouraged by it, and just realize that Christ is really all they really need. And I know one of the songs on my album is called "My Only Choice," and that really does share a lot about that. That we can be trying different paths in our life, but Christ, we need to choose Him, because when we have Him, then we can go through and have the strength to go through all these different things in our lives.
Well, before we head out, any last-minute encouragement to the people listening from what you've been learning recently through this newest album and just personal experience? What do you have to say to encourage people?
That when you're going through some tough situations in your life, just get on your knees and pray to God about it. And just trust Him for an answer to all that, what's going on in your life.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
If you'd like to hear more from Jeannette Petkau or learn more about her or be able to see her in concert, go on over to her website, JeannettePetkau.com. Her name's spelled Jeannette, and her last name's Petkau.